While you're researching insulation, you'll likely come across all kinds of words that you have no idea what that means or if it's even a good idea. But luckily, I'm here to bust those open and really get to the bottom of what is really going on. And today's buzzword is Flash and Batt Insulation. Spell that with me, boys and girls. Just kidding. Let's jump right into it and I'll tell you what that is. What the heck is Flash and Batt? It sounds kind of cool. It is a quick flash of spray foam insulation, usually a closed cell, at about 1 to 2 inches. Then after that, the contractor will add on fiberglass insulation batts. Now, Flash and Batt is usually used in new home construction in the wall cavities, or if someone is remodeling. Now, the idea is that the closed cell would create an air seal, and then the batt insulation would raise up the R value enough to meet prescriptive code. Let's take a quick refresher course about what R value actually means. R value is measuring an insulation's ability to resist heat flow. The higher the R value, the better resistance it has. But R value doesn't tell the whole story. Foam insulation doesn't have to hit that same number for R value because it creates an air seal. Air seal isn't taken into account when you're measuring R value. Now that air movement that we're blocking with the foam, if you don't block it, that's about 40% of your energy loss from air moving into and out of your home. Flash and Batt looks to address this by having something that creates a thermal barrier and an air barrier. But for it to work, it has to be done perfectly. Now, there are pros to the Flash and Batt method. It's lower in cost than if you just use spray foam insulation. It can also meet prescriptive code. And finally, it offers a hybrid method that's going to give you thermal resistance and an air seal if it's done correctly. Now, it's important to keep in mind that Flash and Batt has its own fair share of cons as well. The first being that an air seal isn't actually created. The insulation contractor only applies 1 inch of closed cell foam. That's obviously not enough for an air seal, which means that you're still going to get air leakage, and it was kind of a waste of money. Another issue that can arise with Flash and Batt are moisture problems. If you don't create an air seal, the hot air and cold air are going to meet in the wall assembly. When that happens, condensation forms, and fiberglass is known to retain that moisture. That's just going to promote the growth of mold inside the wall, and that's not good for a healthy home. Another problem with Flash and Batt insulation is that the fiberglass adds more money, but it doesn't really add a whole lot more benefits. Once an air seal is created with the closed cell spray foam, the fiberglass isn't bringing anything else to the party, it's just added expense. It's not doing anything to improve the performance. Now, if the contractor is just trying to hit higher numbers, those R value numbers don't mean anything if you're still dealing with air leakage. And finally, another issue that homeowners may deal with if they use the Flash and Batt method is that closed cell, it tends to be very rigid. That's why it's an awesome option for things like pole barns or someplace that's going to have exposed walls. The flip side of that, if you add closed cell spray foam to a new build home, that home is going to shift and settle, and the closed cell is too rigid. It's not going to move with the home as it's settling into place, which means it can pull away from the wall cavity. So is Flash and Batt a good idea? In theory, but the contractor has to hit the exact number to create an air seal. Then the fiberglass has to be put precisely in the right place and attached correctly. And cutting corners is actually kind of common. You really have to put a lot of trust in your insulation contractor that they're not taking shortcuts that are going to leave you with a mess in the long run. Now, you know that spray foam on its own can actually meet code when it comes to your project, whether it's a new build home or you're doing some remodeling. Now, if you want to learn more about building science, ways to make your home more energy efficient and comfortable, check out our Learning Center. You're going to find tons of articles and videos that explain all things foam insulation, home insulation, and building science. I'm your building science brainiac, reminding you to bring a little science to every project.